Don't stop. Surge. Now lean back. Lean back. Lean back.
We are live. It's a Thursday night presentation here on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Utah Jazz going up against the Dallas Mavericks. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Tim Legler and Greg Anthony. And our reporter on the sideline tonight, Allie LaForce. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for D'Angelo Russell.
And you can never fully predict these long-term trends, but it's apparent that the production has been on the decline here a bit. That doesn't mean it will stay that way. And look, so many ways he can impact the team as well. Not always just about the scoring.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. They've got Daniel Gafford. Flagg is out there with Christie. Then there's Washington. And it's Davis in power forward. And for the Jazz, they've got Lauri Markkanen. He's out there with Nurkic. George out there with Bailey. And it's Mikhailuk in at the two-guard spot. So, Greg, tonight is night 2 of the back-to-back. These can't be easy to play in.
Yeah, this is a test of will and really of conditioning as well. I expect there to be some big swings tonight. Should be a fun one.
Shot clock at 2. Markkanen pulls it in. Pass to George. Nurkic setting the pick for George. To the paint. And Nurkic with the basket on the assist by George.
And such a polished player near the basket. Nurkic feels comfortable taking those in-close shots.
Here's Dallas. Last time they met was in Salt Lake City, Utah, where they fell to the Jazz.
Yeah, and their last time playing against this club, they fell short. A lot of cheap fouls really plagued their starting unit.
Yeah, they were almost too aggressive defensively. Intensity is one thing. It's a good thing, actually, but you must control it.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
That is a quality look. You can't do it much better than that.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
I briefly spoke with Will Hardy. We briefly discussed Anthony Davis and what he wants his team to do against him, and Coach said to make him into a jump shooter. I think if we can make the majority of his shots jumpers and keep him away from the rim, we should be in good shape. Easier said than done, but we'll see what happens. Kevin, back over to you.
All right, Allie, we thank you for that. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And good depth for this Mavs roster, Tim, at just about every position. It looks like they've got options.
Well, it's helping them weather the Kyrie injury. Anthony Davis, you know, will tend to miss. Unreal. Anthony Davis sending a message with that finish. Wow.
What a great look here at this tremendous move from our AT&T Connected Cam point of view. For the Utah Jazz, they come in off a loss to the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
Yeah, lots of sloppy play in that one. Several key miscues. They just couldn't overcome the mistakes.
Well, nothing bothers coaches more than turnovers. I'm sure it was not quiet in that post-game locker room.
Pass to Flagg. And Gafford throws it down.
And just scrapes and claws for that offensive rebound and doesn't take any chances there with the putback.
GA, strong work all around in the rebound and the stuff both. Wow. And George, here we go. The shot by Markkanen, nobody around. That 3 off the mark. Mavericks leading by 4 inside. And Gafford throws it down.
Whenever he gets that close to the hoop, he finishes with authority.
1:03 left in the first. And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. He's ready to talk things through with them. Tim, there are a few players who can dominate on both ends, but Anthony Davis is certainly among them.
Yeah, he's one of the most dynamic defenders in the game, Kevin, and offensively, he can hurt you in a multitude of ways, whether it's off the dribble, posting, or facing up.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Sensabaugh is checked in, and it's Collier in for Mikhailuk. Here's Flag, and Flag throws it down.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
What a great sequence. You gotta love the effort. That's big time.
Markkanen down low. Davis is on it. Offensive rebound. Nurkic finds Markkanen. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
Look, you got to keep Markkanen out of the paint. He's just too big on that block and imposes his will.
Outside, Davis. Shot and game clock separated by 5. To the inside. Here's Gafford. Great D that time from Nurkic. Markkanen passes to George. And Davis sends it back. With 1 on the clock, he doesn't hit that one. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
They've been active, they've been disruptive, but now the question is, can they maintain this level of intensity?
We've got Collier. Kevin Love out there with Kyle Filipowski. And it's Hendricks in at the 3. That's the group for Utah getting going here in the second. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Mavericks.
I like how they've worked the ball inside, getting looks closer in there, and that really helps your offense.
And I like how they've played defense, turning turnovers into points. Those are huge.
So we've seen the NBA, Tim, embrace analytics more and more over time. That's something you caught on to early in your career.
Well, there is no doubt, Kevin, that they're starting to go more to the analytics. The eye test is really important when you look at just what makes good basketball, but the numbers sometimes can tell you things you didn't even realize as a coaching staff.
As a broadcaster, what numbers do you look at normally right off the top? What things are telltales for you?
One thing that I really look at as opposed to individual plus minus, give me that group of 5 plus minus. That way I know which units are really getting it done together.
And the Jazz making a change here. Sheboy's checked in. Caleb Martin's checked in for Dallas. Here's Marshall. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Sacramento.
Well, he also did a great job on the glass, and it made a big difference.
Shot clock at 3. The shot by Thompson, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And he's still going, but Tim, Klay Thompson has always been celebrated for his run with the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, Kevin, 4 titles, 5 All-Star appearances, 37 points in a quarter. Klay and Steph comprising quite possibly the greatest backcourt tandem in league history.
And he knocks down the first one. And in the summer of 2022, Greg, the Utah Jazz traded away their franchise cornerstones, Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell.
And that signaled the beginning of their rebuild, but they've overachieved for a couple seasons now. That ended last year when they really bottomed out. And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Pass to Washington. For 3. Utah with the rebound.
Well, the defense should consider themselves lucky there because he's not usually one to miss those kinds of looks.
Russell left side. Back to Washington. Loads it up for Davis, and it's Davis with the jam.
And there's the power Davis gives you up front. He is a terrific lob partner.
Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Here's Mikhailuk. Emard covering. A nice shot by Mikhailuk. Mikhailuk got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Also looking it over. Bounce pass Davis. And it's Russell missing.
Defense did just enough to force that miss. I really expected him to get two there.
For Dallas, they've gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Davis, the pass to Christie. It's deflected. Pass to Bailey. Jazz passing it around. Here's Sensabaugh. Now Bailey. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. To the middle. Back to Christie. 1:16 left to play here in the second quarter. Outside for Davis. His 3-pointers off the mark. Utah trailing here. Mikhailuk passes to Bailey. Now Filipowski, defended by Christie. The shot by Filipowski, no good. Dallas has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Davis inside. He's coming off a 19-point game against Sacramento.
He is an elite finisher. AD converting with a man all over him.
Outside, Markkanen. Pass to Mikhailuk. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. And it's Davis with the ball for the Dallas Mavericks. It's a 3-point game. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Yeah, they really snuffed that one out. Didn't execute all that well. Fortunate to walk away with the W.
Well, it's a good sign for a team to win when they're not at their best. That shows great resolve.
And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. It's Dallas up 3. From Delta Center, back in a moment.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot.
Hello, folks. Is this the halftime show? Yes, it is. And kicking it off, let's quickly look at the Western Conference standings.
When I look at Dallas, they're frustrated, and you can understand their frustration. They were expected to be good this year. Their fan base was fired up, but it just hasn't come together.
And moving on now, the Mavericks are in the thick of it. A very competitive game so far.
They're getting a lot of looks at the rim, and that defense has no answer for it.
Yeah, sometimes that happens. The opponent just doesn't have the guys to stop you.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You have to like what we're seeing from Davis.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
When he gets the ball this deep and establishes position, now it's a matter of getting to his go-to moves that he loves.
Here's George. Hasn't made one yet. Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Jason Kidd. They've got Christie. P.J. Washington is out there with Davis. Then it's Blythe. And it's Gafford in at the 5 spot. Here's Bailey. Rebounded by Gafford.
That's great shot selection, just poor execution. If you're going to take those mid-range shots, you've got to knock them down.
And the foul called on Cooper Flag. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Jazz trail by 3. And maybe more than any team in the West, GA, the Jazz, really committing to the rebuild.
Well, in the West, it seems like you got 13 or 14 teams all trying to win now, and it just doesn't work that way. So it's not just about talent, it's also about timing.
Outside, Davis. Pass to Flag. Here's Christie. Hits it from three-point range. Christie's got his first 3 points of the game.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Utah shooting only 31%. Their offense really struggling to put possessions together. Outside, Markkanen. Over Davis. Markkanen can't get it to go.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
And it's slammed in by Davis.
Yeah, that's as easy as it gets for Davis. The defense can't let him get established positioning inside.
Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Nurkic kicks to George. Three-pointer. Pass to Bailey. The second chance effort. That's in, and the Dallas lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from George.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Oh, Davis showing his range.
Well, he's done everything you want offensively. Great shot selection, and he is a big reason why they have the lead.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Kyle Filipowski's checked in for the Jazz. And Dallas with a change here too. Nembhard's checked in. 1:39 left to play in the third. George against Nembhard. That one drops for him. George has got his second basket of the night.
Well, he's a guy they look to go to, and now you see why.
Pass to Flag. Washington sets the pick for Flag. 6 to shoot. Banked in off the glass. Flag's got his second basket of the game.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
And 1:01 left in the third quarter of the game. Down low, Gafford with the steal. To the middle, here's Washington. Pass to Nembhard. Now here's Gafford. He's guarded closely. Fades. And that one hits back iron. Jazz trail by 7. Filipowski passes to George. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Back to Filipowski. 4 on the clock. Here's Bailey. To the wing on the left. Here's Mikhailuk. Offensive rebound. Pass to Bailey. Now Filipowski. Here's Mikhailuk. And the rejection by Gafford. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Mavericks lead by 7. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. A chance now to hear Jason Kidd talking to his team moments ago.
Understand something. Keep talking on the defensive end. Stay the course.
Coach Jason Kidd, he's helped create an identity for this team, there's no doubt. Wants them to stay in character.
Yeah, and how they perform defensively, the effort they give on that end, it really is a big part of that.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Kyle Filipowski is out there with Markkanen. Then it's Collier. And it's Hendricks in at the small forward. That's the group right now for Utah. Jazz trail by 7. Pass to Filipowski. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Nembhard with it. Now here is Davis. It's stolen by Davis. Here's Russell. And it's Utah with the rebound. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Here's Sensabaugh. He's guarded by Russell. Shot clock at 6. Here's Sensabaugh. That one misses.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Can't get it.
Well, that's an excellent contest, and then he finished the play with a tough rebound.
Here's Collier, and down goes the three.
A pretty free look from three-point range. The D forgot about it on that possession.
Well, that is a big bucket, a very important possession.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. The Mavericks will go for a different look here. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us, an update. Allie?
Thanks, guys. Jason Kidd had some words for his team over the break. They said in the huddle, this is it. No excuses. Let's figure out a way to win. A couple of players spoke as well, firing up their teammates. A great ending could be in store, guys.
Okay, Allie, thank you. Stolen by Markkanen. Here's Mikhailuk, defended by Christie. Here's Nurkic. George fires. That one misses, had a chance to tie it up. Now Davis. Dallas again turning it over. Looking to get on the board here in the fourth still.
Oh, wow, I just can't believe that. What a costly turnover.
Utah trailing here. Outside, Markkanen. Here's the floater. And Davis sends it back.
That is textbook rim protection from Davis. Going after the ball without making contact on the shooter.
107 left in the fourth quarter.
Well, Davis is so reliable as a scoring option in that situation.
Shooting for Dallas, Anthony Davis. At the line for one.
What's up?
And that one falls for Anthony Davis.
And that tacks another big point onto the league. Great N1 play showing us now a little bit of that killer instinct.
Getting outside. Now Bailey. Here's Nurkic. 5 on the clock. Now Markkanen lets loose a three. Washington rips down the rebound. And an intentional foul right there.
First personal foul, second team foul. Shooting for Dallas, P.J. Washington. At the line for two.
Shooting two.
It's the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good.
And I'm sure he would like to have had all of those, but he's still able to pad the lead.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Bailey. From deep. Davis pulls it down.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
If he can just make a couple of buckets, though, this can all be put in his rearview mirror.
Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. Utah calls timeout. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
I can't wait to see what they draw up here and who they decide to go to.
Here's Mikhailuk, defended by Christie. Knocking it outside. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, G, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Alongside Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and our reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin